Hey, Shawn Clement here from the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center on the Richmond Hill Golf Course. As we speak, this is our Central for Wisdom in Golf. And today we're talking about the micro-targeting of Jordan Spieth and why that's so important when you play. I know many of my students say, well, you know, Shawn, I'm not that good. I'm just hoping to get it somewhere out there in that general direction. Well, then you're really, if the general direction is that way, you have all this to deal with. We call that ballpark. Now that's a pretty big space. However, your brain needs something very specific. So you have to plan like a surgeon and swing like a hippie, all right? I love that expression. So my plan right here, because we've got a fairway that's moving to the right and we have water, there's a big pond on the left, there's a gully on the front here, trees down both sides, so you got to be pretty accurate with this shot. So that way is just not going to cut it. I have a beautiful lamppost in the distance that it represents basically the left center of the fairway. So I'm going to go from that, I'm going to fade it back. There's a 150 marker just to the right edge is a little tree growing out of that gully there. So from lamppost to just right of tree. That's the plan. The plan is what's important. And then you're going to have an observation after the fact. So I'm going to deliver my shot into my plan, and then my brain's going to tell me, hey, that was it, or that wasn't, or that was pretty close. Every shot you hit from here out, from inside the brain, is a one of a kind. I'll say it again. They did PET scan studies, PET scans on the human brain. And in one of the studies that they did, was they put a golf professional and an amateur, and they had them make a short putt over and over and over again. And then they looked at the brain scans to see what parts of the brain would light up when they were performing that task. Well, very similar parts of the brain kept lighting up, but not one brain scan was alike, which means we're designed for adaptation. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's part of our survival on this planet. So if I was going to lock in, let's say, a perfect stride, so I'm walking on a flat surface and I have the misfortune of locking that in. Well, now I'm just a Roomba. All right, I'm just walking around my carpet and then I'm bumping into furniture. I can't get out of the room, can't go down the stairs, can't get over that frost heave in the sidewalk. Thank goodness it's summer right now, I don't have to deal with that. So I have a very specific task in front of me. My best chance is deliver that way. So if my mind is over there, if you go to dynamic versus static, if you go to ridiculously easy, you'll understand that as part of our survival. If I'm skipping a stone out there, the body's going to put a platform down, so I'm going to shift my weight properly. It's going to move my body out of the way so I have access to that particular place on the pond. If my focus is there, why would my body shift that way and clear that way when that's my target? Doesn't make any sense. So if you make the ball your target, well then, you know, good luck with the ballpark as well, okay? My target is that lamppost, fade to right edge of that tree. Very, very specific. So look at that, a little heron is landing just to the right edge of that tree as well, just to give me more incentive. So I have a divot here that I'm going to swing through. I'm going to take a little practice swing. Lamppost, lamppost. So if I feel a nice whip toward the lamppost, it feels like it's going to fade back. So my club face is not as closed, my ball position is just a hair forward, and now I'm just looking for a la-dee-da, swing like a hippie toward that lamppost, and let's see what happens. Lamppost, a lamppost. Oh, that's perfect. So that started on the lamppost, falling a little right of it, but didn't quite get all the way to the right of the tree. So I'm left center of the fairway. I planned for landing in the center of the fairway, and I land in the left center of the fairway. That's what you call a great miss, isn't it? I'm playing the game of golf. So if I ask myself now, and this is, I got this question from Mohanjit. He says, well, I'm planning my shots and it's falling a little right or a little left of what I'm planning. Is there something I should be doing? No. Continue doing what you're doing. You'll get luckier as you do that, because the brain is designed for adaptation. So I made my observation on that particular shot. It started exactly on the line. It had the fade flavor. I hit that 1/4 groove thin. What am I going to do about that? Nothing. My brain knows the difference between flush and thin. My brain knows that that's the direction that I'm looking for. Why? Because I asked it for that. Now I'm able to make a comparison as to what I asked it for. This is so important, you guys, okay? And gals. So plan for the shot. Execute a nice feel into that shot. You're looking for a slinging action. Look at fencing sword for power. Or you're looking for the feel of the weight of the club or the hammer to release you as well. So look at hammer through. Look at minute 5:30 in hammer through, and you'll see how the weight of the hammer releases me to that target. So specific feel to a specific picture. Let's go play. Enjoy that.